Ah, there she is. The good old Galileo Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Drink before we press on? Look there. Those are ration steeds. No doubt about it. And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Got something out inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocolate soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are?
Hey, go!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Theon has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be quicker, then.
Let's get this down us. We've a long way to go. Hey, you! Uncle? Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lad. But we've got business in Gamlet Carwait.
I'm sure you can spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Your trouble. Could advise this. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance.
Your Grace? I'm fine. Clive?
What is it now? It's nothing. Let's go. Well, we didn't know where to find cover before. We do now. Blessed themselves. Their guest is in the fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up. Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste. Most fragrant herbs and spices.
Finest fabrics, fresh from the cattle.
What's all that passion and banging it up for? Mark's Palace picked a favourite part, I heard. Let me treat you. I need a drink. Fucking murder wrong. They're turning all their cells into doctor's trophies like they want to all today for us. It's all the fault of this blessed war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
Will you come and play, handsome?
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard? Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it. A thousand gil for a measly price.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would bathe the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
I take for... They've closed the road. It's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kopka is not accepting visitors at present. We have to get through that gate. By force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already. By guile then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid. Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name. And then she was working with Sid. Sid are the collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. Our wager is Rosina Dalamil is the same. That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town. And that's exactly what I need to do. Looks like we'll be getting back to Drake's finances.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Go with Gilbert.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
I take for Gilbert's sake. Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them. Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those. Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you? No. I can't say I do. Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer city this side of the street. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you. I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Looks like we'll be going back to Drinksport.
Mommy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Lucina Dalmel. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock. Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him. Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man. Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this photo knows. Wait, insides! Must wax candle! Made from the stoutest stone! Needed to
GCSE. Yes, that was.
clumsy lad. If anything's damaged, it's the lash. Forgive me, my boy, but is this not the way we came? Drinkspang is to the south. 'Tis meet that you should wish to explore the world a little, but pray take pity on my poor feet.
Turn around, friend. There's nothing back there but a pack of bloodthirsty beasts.
My carpets have
It would make a fine.
just at the detail.
Excuse me. Are you further? I am. Can I help you, travelers? I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalno? We believe she may be a traitor of some renown. And what business do you have with the desert hare? She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me. Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction. Do you think we can trust him? Only as far as I think he trusts us. So you're the ones who've been sniffing around? I beg your pardon? Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
working for? Him or her? Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Or further?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Calling the men of the rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Log of Leisure, then. To the Log of Leisure. Right and buds! Fresh bread.
Ladies and
Take a sniff, good sir.
the finest fabric.
Is this the place? Who was forged? The bride's kiss. Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalmel being a woman of experience. How wrong I was. It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect. See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you. My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second. I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate. Tell me, what do you think a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see. Let's leave this monetary farce, by all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we? Or you? So, what do we need to do to earn your trust? I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always. Fine. So what do you want? Don't tell me you're gonna listen to this swaggering scruff. We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy. And yet, even then, had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Delamere. Return to me when you've done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day. What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you! Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar. What did you call me? My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you. Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to. All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Bellamel. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late? You've heard, then? I've heard rumors. Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cup to light our stones. Us common folk hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we could buy them on the black market either. Whereas taking them, they aren't sharing. Do you have a moment? Depends on my fall. Just a question. Delamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that? Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. Soldiers guarding them while the crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned bill. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow. Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than some make an urge to empty them. Look, just leave with you. Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabrics! It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who's with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him. Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days. Will this suffice as a deposit? That is it. That's a black pearl. One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so. Alright. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here. What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Cooper's men? Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it. So the pearl was your proof? I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover? That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Cooper's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals spent for elsewhere and pocketing the profits. I'll wager you're right. We'll meet with the men, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Dubois spoke of. Ha! The preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It does goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in the secluded corner of the Velroy, far from prying eyes. The perfect place for a spot of double dealing. I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour. Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Let's go.
I'll take it from here. I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution? All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice? You brought the whole 500 talents. That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal. Of course. Right this way, my lord. Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic? Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them. And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met. Royalists, eh? What brings you here? Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion, and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Elude, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next. Did you get all that? They're in cahoots! So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this? Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both! It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting this one. Well, that wasn't too bad. That's like my performance, huh? I've often played a villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you? Great bid. You are magnificent. The battle seems particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best. How long have you been watching? Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious? This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the wrong taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over. Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch your wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name. Clive. So, Sid II is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through. Thank you, and please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers I trust. I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies. Oh, dear. Is that really so obvious? And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much. No, thank you very much. Greybeard. Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours. Thank you, Hugo. And please, feel free to send one of my stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid. Will be a lost land. Twice Achilles. I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south. Thank you. Not at all. It was my pleasure. Come on, Uncle. Let's go. I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Lube was having fun at my expense. I wouldn't put it past him. Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you? I'm afraid not. Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack the bags. I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubo needs all the capable hands he can find. I'd be a fool to refuse. So, where do we start? Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalmil. Nothing is ever simple with that man. The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Leopold's puzzle. We need information. The more the better. You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? There's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. Alright, I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of. Alright. Good luck. Let's hope that someone says something useful. Trust Leopold to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'm gonna get to it. The most fragrant herbs and spices, breaths of the twin.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
Question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense. Made from the stoutest stoneware, silver plat. Just like they eat off in Castle Jasper. Hey, Lancer! Ah, they've opened the gate! Bilbo was true to his word.
Yes, they're quite sort of.
Is it true what I'm hearing? You're going to drink my... I need to drink. Fucking level up. If you can't even fill my cup.
Mummy, I want to build a crystal. It's not joy.
Everything I've worked for. Weights and words. I'll be asking for you again, my son.
Then see that you stay a little longer.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with crust. Take a sniff, good son.
A fine gift for your beloved. She'll look at you in quite a different light, I'm sure.
Just look at the teeth. Wait, it's what happened? What is it? In the move, Joseph. Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade? Right. I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on a hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending God as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, carving a knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Silver had better luck than I did.
Silver platters, made from the stoutest homeland.
The finest fabrics! Fresh.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalmel.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we are better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalmel remark. That can't be right. I've barely enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. He must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Come on. Be safe. Give him those soldiers. Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherite adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
You need to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. And that's what he'll expect you to use. but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Delano remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled down a mill to get it to mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in a furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me. But limestone. Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle. I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. This bloody made of it! Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge. Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace? Ready, go? Run with the wind. Bloody hell. Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet? Yes, they're quite sort of.
Fresh bread warm from the oven. Plates and pots! Sweet incense! Finally, we'll be able to get
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late. What is it, Lubo? Question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound? To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Cooper. Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tomek and Waloed are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies. Not by choice, at least. And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead. Isn't there always? If you're determined to be at the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Sid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless. I don't plan on dying. Not before Cooper does, anyway. Well, so long as you have a plan. Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on? One moment's all like another. Well, hopefully this is what Seven needs.
We should get going soon.
made it to a silken soft, the most fragrant herbs and spices. I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough. You are one of the good ones, you know that? You and that merchant boat, she's got quite a gift for teaching no one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Downmill. A spirit, if you will. It's a fine-looking blade. I only hope Master Lubor agrees. That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting. I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor. Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Safa, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamir? I'd like to think so. But what do you think? What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark. And I was so certain I had it all worked out. I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this? Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse. And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamir is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number one in any business, Sava. Know your customers. Yes, Lord Master. This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife? I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune. There goes a master on that. It looks like congratulations are in order. I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalmill had nothing to do with limestone or anything at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason. You pass your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time. And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
the finest fabrics. Ladies and
Fresh
gentlemen,
wool flyer. Made from the starchy somewhere. Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
You alright?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. A second thought. Perhaps you are just what I need. Might more services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Delamere wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to those north terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Alright. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake. Iron lanterns,
Finally, we're there.
We should get going soon.
Come on, girl, gates open. That's cool things started, Breath. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling. I saw with my own two eyes what you did to those devils down there, and I still hardly believe it. Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Alamil starved. The Axel's gone, Captain. There's nothing I can do.
We should get going soon. Are you looking for something in particular? My thanks.
Maintenance service. What's that? There he is. The man who saved my business. I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The paths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual. I'm glad to hear it. Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper? Not what I expected, that's for certain. You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe it, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something for you to worry about. But I burned you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right, it's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged. Right. Pots, bowls, and basins.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again. Here for another of my lectures. What is it that you wish to learn? One must understand one's place in the world.
How may I help you today, Clive? Here's everything we've received and everything promised. All in good time, eh? All done?
Who's this blue blood?
Sid's going to find Cooker and finish them.
Was ein vor mir. No scratches, right? Fine.
Tome says he's looking for books about talk. I know.
How good it is to see you live. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. You wish to study the tomes? Did you learn everything you needed?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go on then. I reckon I can find the buyer. Your house? I'm thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you? This is no good. Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest
Take a sniff, good sir. Needed to a silken softness. What's it, folks? Sweet incense.
We should get going soon.
There it is. Drake's Fang. Cuckoo will be hiding inside. Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the viceroy in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin. What the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those who would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however,
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my course is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, bye-bye.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Jogger.